Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. Today we're going to do a odd girl. We're going to do a progression of a background and her on top of it. This is being sent out as a random act of kindness. So I thought with all the people requesting more odd girls for me to do more odd girls and more ideas that I would start with this one. Now, if you're just new to my channel and you just found me, I am a mixed media artist as well as a crafter of everything. I love everything. I have tons of videos on here. And I like to talk a lot, so I don't know. So just hit the subscribe button down below and then you'll be updated with all my new videos. Here we go. Okay, so this is going to be a random act of kindness, like I said. Now, I am a cardboard freak. It's not, there should be a cardboard AA somewhere. I told you my husband will sometimes sneak and throw some out. We actually cleaned the garage out where I was hoarding a lot of it, and I can't even tell you that it filled. It was so much cardboard. I'm so embarrassed. So I want to recycle and reuse it. I hate, I don't know, letting things go. We can use anything for our substrates, anything to work on. I think if you're wanting to do random act of kindness for somebody, these are, I have it cut. Now it's not cut even. I will straighten all that up at the end, but why not work on a piece of cardboard, very light and easy to mail to somebody. Even if you want to sell them, you let people know that it's on cardboard, it's recycled, it's what you're doing, and it will save them shipping as well as expense to you. So all I did was I took some folk art gesso. It's a surface prep, and gessoed all over it. But of course, a little tip is, well, let me just tell you, I have more of these to do, and I have cardboard sitting here. So I took the extra off of here instead of wasting it. I threw it. I always like to have something next to me, whether it's paper, an art journal, whatever. This happened to be cardboard, and just, prep what you can. Throw the rest of that gesso on there. You might as well gesso 2 or 3 pieces at a time, because then next time you don't have to gesso. Now I thought about using, I think I might use this one, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to be putting paper, gluing some paper down. Now you can see this little boop boop here. Look, it's a piece of cardboard, but take your scissors, if it bothers you. I would do it probably at the end, but it's bothering me on camera right now. And I'm just going to, cut that off. Look how much better it looks. Okie dokie. Here we go. So I have my matte Mod Podge out. And I'm going to take a paintbrush. And these are the 3 colors I picked. Okay? They're similar. They pull colors from each other. And that's what I'm going to glue down on the back. Now, I'm going to take my scissors. And I'm going to cut a third of this. A little less than a third, actually. And why I'm doing that is because I'm going to save the rest of that paper for another project, or even for scrapbook paper, and I'm going to use these. Now, I love to tear. So, I tear sideways. Look at that. And I'm just going to tear these up. And I'm going to take my paintbrush, and I don't know what size this is. I know you guys ask me all these questions about this. This is a flat. It is from One Stroke from Plaid. It is a flat 1... I don't know, a 1 1/4, maybe? But it's a flat brush, I do know that. And I'm going to stick it into my Mod Podge. And I'm going to glue. And I'm just putting a little bit down here. And I'm going to pick one of these papers. Now, when you pick them up, you can, these are kind of together. You can cut, rip them into smaller pieces. And we're just going to really mixed media this, because that's what I love to do. And just stick it everywhere. Just stick it everywhere. And that's what she said. All right. I know. That joke, does it ever get old when I do it? I know. I'm like a 10-year-old boy. I know. I just can't help it. And I know a lot of you will encourage me in your comments. And you will tell me some that I might have missed or might have chose to ignore. Because I could sit here all day. Alright, so we're just randomly putting this on and then throwing a coat of this. That's why you want it to be matte, because you want to be able to paint and add on top. If you use any gloss, now you can use gloss if you have it, but it makes a little harder to adhere on top of things. but you can make it work. I'm all about making everything work. I'm Tim Gunn's. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but I go by Tim Gunn's philosophy. Make it work. And that's how I do my art. As you guys know, who have been with me forever. I'm all about let's have fun and create something instead of let's make everything look like a perfect thing from a book. I'm not like that. And I'm not worrying. I only have 3 different patterns here with 3 different colors. And I'm not worrying where I'm putting everything or that it's next to something that I just did or anything like that. Okay? We're just throwing it down. That's why I cut them before, because we're going to put paint on top. Y'all know how I love to throw paper down and give people a little bit of anxiety when I throw white or black or whatever color paint I like to do on top. And because this is a random act of kindness that I'm doing, I'm going to kind of keep it not dark. Y'all know I love to do dark art and that kind of thing, or maybe not traditionally pretty. I can't get the word. I can't even get the word out. Pretty art, but which I love to do as well. But sometimes, y'all know, I get into that kind of mood. So, but not on this one. Maybe the next one though. I feel it's time. Now I'm out of my torn paper, so I can, you know, I kind of want to put some more. I want that white to show through because I want it to pick up some of the paint that I'm going to put over this. But I'm not too worried about it. So I'm just going to take this again and just rip another thing on there. And I'm going to take more of this white. I don't know. I think it sounds better if I sing it like that. And you can rip them smaller. Look, because I don't think it's going to fit here. But I'm going to try to make it. I think it's fun if you sing as you do it. But that's just me. La, la, la. Let's make it up here. And then we'll probably do one more and then we'll be done. And we'll get on to the Z painting. Okay. And I need something over here. Let's do this. And I'll rip it. I'm a glue flinger. Swinger. Glue. Yeah, flinger. Now, sometimes, and I tell you this, but I'm not so much going into it right now, but sometimes you can, I like these little ripped edges, these ripped edges showing because they also pick up the paint that we're going to do on top and make it a different kind of thing. But again, you don't have to worry too much about that. And I think I'll just do one right here just because I have this piece here. And then we will be going on our way. Look at that. And just make sure you go over it a little bit just so it sticks. Or if it's laying on a different piece of paper, just put that little bit of glue under there. And then put your brush in your water, put your lid on your glue. And I will be back in a moment when this is dry. Okay, so we're dry. All dry. It's not tacky or sticky anywhere. And it's just going to help with the paint. So now I want to do a background. And I'm going to use Folk Art Orchid Blush. It's number 4623. It's an acrylic paint. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going, you know, I'm going light. And I'm going to open it. And I'm going to squeeze, just in some different areas. And I always start light to dark because then you can build on top of it. You know, you can use darker colors and build. So I'm going to make sure I catch this cardboard before anything else because I want that covered. It doesn't matter what way you paint. Paint whatever way you want. And it's okay if it's white underneath, you know, if you don't cover the white pieces. But I want to kind of make sure all the cardboard's kind of covered right now. Not kind of, but is. And I'm working on a nonstick mat, but you, of course, you know, you can work on whatever you normally work on. Put a nice piece of paper underneath or a piece of brown paper bag, you know, cut it and put that down. And then when you get paint on it, you're getting all this great extra texture and another piece out of it, you know. So, yeah, I can't beat that. I'll need a little bit more. A little bit more. And then just do your thing. Now, you can see I'm going over some of that paper. Right? Because I want all that cardboard covered. Majority of it. And I am Now I'm going to just kind of go and push this paint all over. Sometimes you need a little more. I'll be putting another color, so that'll catch whatever doesn't get, okay. There y'all go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my squirt bottle, and I'm only going to go in and squirt a little bit, and I want to make sure I hit the paper and not so much the cardboard, because I want to go in and just lightly wipe some of that paint off. And it's going to dry fast. This paint is craft paint. It dries fast. And that's why I love doing this technique with it. I don't know what technique this is called that I do. I don't know. Help me come up with a name. What kind of technique is that? You spray water on it and you take it off. Okay. There we go. And I'm just... But you see how they're like pushed to the back now a little bit? They're not so in your face up front. Now, you can, if you think you need a little bit more, my brush is a little wet, but I can go over and tame it a little bit more if I want. Because I want it to peep through, but not really. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to be so strong that that's what we see. But when you look at it really close, I want you to be able to see what we did. So now I'm going to dry it, and then I shall return. Okay, so now this is all dry, and that's what it looks like. And you can see the tinge of the pink underneath, and you can still see the paper somewhat, but they're not like boom in your face. So I'm going to use some plaid folk art texture paint in Snow White, and that is what it looks like. And I'm going to use probably not this one. This is going to be a different one. I'm going to use this. It is Handmade Charlotte Stencils. And look, they used it on plates here. I got a lot of videos coming up where we're just going to use stuff in ways that are very exciting. But I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take it out the package. It comes out. Why Kelly should unbox things before she makes a video. Okay. It's coming. Oh, it's taped. Oh, look how cool. It's taped there so it can't move. Just to make a fool out of me. Okay. And then I'm going to take that tape off. Okay, so I like these. I like them all. They're like mandalas. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it down like this. Lay it down. Lay it down. Okay, now where's my SKYPE thing? Here we go. Excuse me. You can use this. And I'm going to go into this. Oh, look at that. It's like marshmallowy texture. But you use, whatever you have. And I'm going to use this and scrape this on. And it's only on half of it, on a quarter of it. So try to get it all covered. Scrape it off the best you can. Lift it up. Yes, yes, yes. So that's going to give us some texture there. And then I'm going to do a whole texture down here. Same one. I'm not going to worry about it being all on it though, right? And I'm going to take it down here because there's some stencil down here that can take some texture. Scrape it again. Lift it up. Look at that. So exciting and new. All right. And then I'm going to wipe that off because I got it everywhere. Now I'm going to use, let's use a different stencil on here. Let's just use this little flower right here. And I'm going to hold this up so it doesn't necessarily, well, maybe I'll do it this way. I'll just turn it. Why not? Turn it, turn it, turn it. And going back in for some texture. You can run it right there too. It isn't going to hurt nobody. And then let's do this little bad boy. Let's make him thick. Okay. Yes. Look how cool. Okay. I am going to set this aside for a memento. And what I'm going to do, which has nothing to do with this, Let me find my cardboard that I just did. And what we're going to do is do another one while I have this out, because I'm all for double exposure anymore. And I'm just laying this down, right? Not going to worry about it. I'm going in. And I got a lot because I'm just scraping it down. I'm not going to get like a full thing of anything. Like it's not going to be a full image that has texture. I'm just running it like this just to get the texture. Why not get a 2-fer or even a 3-fer, but I'm only going to do 2 right now. So now my next piece has texture that I don't have to spend time doing. So if you're using brown paper bag, if you're using, let's lift this up. Look at that. Now I'm going to put a little bit down here just because I'll do these little ones. But, you know, you got your texture now. This can dry and then you're already started. Which you'll probably see me do this one too because I have some things I have to do. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm going to let that dry and then we'll be back to start the canvas. Okay, so while we wait for that to dry, what I'm going to do is draw our odd girl. Now, what an odd girl is something that I started doing quite a while back. And it's for all of us out there who might not be the best drawers, might be afraid to just start to draw, might try to look too much for perfection in their drawings. And this is just what it is, an odd girl, which means, you know, technically none of us have the same size eyes on both sides. Sometimes our nostril might be off a bit. Our boobs are hangy. I don't know if men have that syndrome as well down below, if you know what I'm saying. So I started these odd girls. I love them. A lot of people started doing them as well. And I think it's just fun. And you really can go all out and make this as crazy or as semi-normal as you want. One thing I am not is normal. So I love doing this kind of thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want a circle. And you can not have to use anything to make the size of the circle or anything like that. We're just going to, I'm going to measure right here. I'm going to mark very lightly in pencil how big my cardboard is. Okay, so we can kind of see. Oh, not dry yet. So we can kind of see where we're at. Okay, so now let's start. I'm going to do a circle. And I'm going to do her, I don't want her to be the whole length. I just want an idea. So let's do a circle. Not a perfect circle. It doesn't matter. And after you do your circle, let's think about eyes. So I like to do, I'm weird, but sometimes you can do an almond shaped eye and a round eye. You can do everything. I'm going to put down below a couple of other videos of me doing the odd girl so you can go check it out. And you can even look up on the YouTube search or Google search, put in odd girl, see what comes up. I'm sure because there was a lot of people who were doing them as well as I am. So I'm going in. I'm not measuring. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to put a circle here because that's going to be an eye. And then I'm going to do a smaller circle here. Like that. See where I'm getting to? And then I'm going to go in here and erase this little line. Okay. No big deal. All right. Now, I'm going to do a nose. Now, do you have to do a fancy nose or whatever? And this can change as you paint. I'm not. I'm going to do just a little nose like that because we're not going to go all crazy. And now let's do the lips. But the lips, I like to make, I don't like to sit and measure and do all that. I like to do this. Ready? Here we go. Up, down, up. That's it. I'll put my line. You can make her smile because why not smile? And then do her lip like this. That is it. That is as simple. So if you want to do this, rewind it a bit and sit and do it. It's so easy just to do this. Now we're going to do a neck. Sometimes I like doing a very thin neck, fat neck. Today we're just going to do a skinnier one and a longer one like that. And then I'm going to take it down like her shoulder like this. take it down her shoulder like that. Nothing has to be spun on. Like right here, I'm going to do just a little, see, like her arm is right there. Her arm is right there. And I think I'm going to do some cleavage right here for now. Who knows? Okay. It doesn't look, I'm not measuring. I'm not doing anything spectacular. I'm just doing the same dress that I usually do. But what I'm going to do is just leave this like this, because I'm going to use paper to make like a dress come down. I'm making her bigger here because I want her to be a bigger piece of art, so to say, on the canvas itself. But you definitely can do it smaller. You definitely can do whatever you want. But that's kind of where we're at on that. And then what I like to do is I like to go in and I like to do, like, here's a little pupil. And then here is the bigger pupil. See what I'm saying? So that's the base of her right now. Get this part done, and then we're going to go back and put her on the canvas and have all kinds of fun. Goodbye. I'll be right back. Okay, so I cut her out. And you can see I didn't do a great job like around her eyes. I'm okay with that. I'm going to paint her. I threw some orange on here. As you can see, it's just folk art acrylic paint in pure orange, number 629. And my video camera cut out. I don't know why. So here we are. And like I said, I just very easily, like very lightly ran this across. Okay. Just to add some more color. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to decide where I'm going to put my girl. So I think I want her down low because I want her, I don't like to always do in the middle. I'm going to kind of do it off a little bit. I'm going to kind of bend it where I want it to kind of end so I know. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my paintbrush again, dry it off. I'm going to go in with some glue and just go. Now, I know a lot of people get upset because they're like, well, you just put all that stuff in the middle and all that texture. Why? Why? I don't ever think about it because I don't know what I'm going to do until it happens. So it doesn't make me angry. If it makes you angry and you don't like that because for whatever reason, and that's okay, then do it, put her down first and then do your stuff. It doesn't matter. I like doing it this way because it tells me what to do next in a sense. I know that sounds weird, but it's the truth. All right, so I'm just going to put her here and press her down and glue her down. If I missed, like right here, now you can see that ink pad and paint are not dry yet. So it's going over this, but that's okay because she's not going to look like a pretty princess anyway. She's going to look like I put an eye girl on the painting. But if it bothers you, by all means, let it dry. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and you can use an old credit card. I'm just going to push down and scrape. And I'm not necessarily doing this to scrape the paint off. I'm doing it to get like the bubbles out. So you can use your old credit card, Mac card, ATM card, bank card, gift card, loyalty card. See what I'm saying there? And that's what I'm going to do. And then I can just go in and wipe this off her body. Okay. Yep. There we go. And wipe off your thing. So that, as you can see, is going to be glued down. And if you want to go back in, use your fingers. It doesn't matter. It just helps it make contact. Okay. And if you're good and you have that on there, that's good. Move on. Okay. So let me dry this. And this Mod Podge is really nice. It dries very fast, even if you don't have a heat gun or a hair dryer, you know. I can see it's kind of, you know, it's just, you got to just keep pushing it down for a second so everything makes contact. You can definitely paint her on as well. You don't have to do this, but this seems easier for people because then you have a minute to, you know, decide kind of what she's going to look like. So I'm just with my fingers going and pushing out the texture underneath, you know, it's okay. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to leave her dry for a second, but on this one that we did, see this one? Instead of wasting that orange, why not get a paintbrush and I'm going to water it all down, right? And what do you think I'm going to do? We're going to put it on here. Why waste it? We're kind of working on two paintings at once when you're doing this kind of thing. Two backgrounds at least. And there's no rhyme or reason because this is just a little bit of a base. And look at that. All my paint isn't. It's one of the things I do because I love it. And then you just let this sit aside. And then the next time you come into your art room and you want to do something, you know, or you're working on another painting, you'll know that you already have a base started. So pretty, pretty cool. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my, what am I going to grab? What am I going to grab? I'm going to grab my Dutch Aqua by Folk Art. Dutch Aqua. I think I'm going to do her face in aqua. I know, sounds weird. But why? Why not? So I'm going in with some of that. And you can go over the eye or around the eye, whatever way you want to do. You can go over the eye completely and then redraw it in. It's up to you. Okay, like I'm going to go over this mouth right now because I just don't have the patience to do that. Okay, and then I'm going down in the neck. Getting that painted. And her arm. Her cleavage. And you see I'm not like worrying how good I'm doing it. I'm just painting because that's what I feel like doing. It's just painting. Okay. If you see anywhere that you want to touch up or whatever, you can. Once it starts drying, it starts getting a little patchy until it's fully dry. But I'm just going with the flow. Okay. Very simple, right? And what color is going to be good for her dress? I'm going to say, how about some lemon yellow from Folk Art? I'm going to lay that in there. I'm going to dry this part. And it's almost dry. I don't know if you can see it, but it's almost dry. Let's take some of the yellow paint. Look how yellow. I was going to use fabric, but I didn't use much of her. I'm not using much of her dress. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to waste fabric. You can, I mean, paper. You can use some scrapbook paper and make her a dress, but. Okay. And we'll outline that and all, but look at that. Now what I want to do, because I have yellow and I don't have yellow anywhere on here, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to like throw some yellow around. And why I like to do that is, and I'm going to pick that up right there. I like to do that because it's going to pull, it's going to make sense why that yellow is on there, because there's some yellow in here, right? Yes. Now here's where I'm going to go a little creepier. I'm going to dry this. Not necessarily creepy, but dry the dress. And around it real quick. And I'm going to grab my Stabilo. Now I know I have not used my Stabilo all in black in a minute. I've not used it, but I'm going to use it today if I can get it sharpened, because I want to add, we're dry there. Let's see. I'm just kind of, I'm going to go in on her eye. And the Stabilo is great, the Stabilo all, because it writes and it's water soluble and it goes over anything. So I'm going to do some shading. If you don't have this, use your black pencil. You know, your regular pencil. Or use a water soluble crayon or a little bit of black paint watered down. It doesn't matter. And I'm just going over the eyes. And these just go over acrylic paint so wonderful. Now I also have a Sharpie oil pencil that writes on anything as well, and it comes in a million colors. You definitely can use that as well. I'm just going around. And this is going to be, okay. Then I'm going to take a small brush. I'm going to wet it because this is activated with, you can activate it with water or even glue if you want. This is just water. And I'm going to go in, and you can see how it's going to activate it. Sometimes when I sit and do art journal pages or art in general, the way I'm feeling is what I'm putting down on paper. So I start out one way, and then my mood changes. So we're going to let that one like that. And then go around this one. I start the farthest away and then kind of pull it in. And the more you go over it, the more black you're going to pick up or whatever color you're doing. And that's okay, because we're going to color inside the eyes anyway. And then I'm going to take my blue marker, whatever blue marker you have or whatever color you have. And I'm going to go in and retrace that nose. And maybe I'll just stick with the blue. Got our mouth. I think I'm going to color it in with this marker. And you use crayons, use markers, use whatever you have. Crayola crayons, Rose Arts, Sharpies, paints, watercolors, whatever you have. Today's a very bad pain day for me, and all that kind of thing, but I want to do, like, I want to do art. So why not incorporate everything, you know? And then I'm going to do an eyebrow here. And then I'm going to do an eyebrow this way, straight across and down. See? So she has, here's that. Now, I was thinking about painting her eyes blue as well with the marker. But I think I might use my Sharpie. And this is in, doesn't say the color. It's a fine point. It looks like it's like a brownish purple. Let's see. Yeah. I might go around. And you could thin this out a little bit with alcohol. Put a little alcohol on your brush or on a Q-tip or something, and this will thin it out. Use a Bic, Copic, Sharpie. Dollar store sells them. But look at that. Now I'm going to go in a little bit with my wet little teeny brush before it dries and kind of run it around. Now, see the black got wet? It's all right. I'm going to dry my brush. I'm going to pick this up. It takes a couple times to dry your brush, and I just pull it over the spot I'm on. I dry my brush again and do it the other way. And it picks up that little bit of puddle. Okay. Now the other color of the eye, I think I'm going to make it blue. I think I'm just going all blue today because I feel blue. So that's probably the best reason to do it, right? One of them days that we all have. Why not take it out and do some art? Do an art journal page or something on cardboard. Yeah. See? Very, very cool. Now I'm going to take some of my Mod Podge again, and I'm going to use my little brush again, and I'm just dipping in that much. See how little? And what I'm going to do is I'm going in and I'm going to paint over the black of the eye. As much as I can. Put some of this here. It's easier for me. And what that's going to do, and I'm going to do the middle too. It's going to kind of seal it so it doesn't do anything. So it won't necessarily move or reactivate. And that's what I want. Because I love the Stabilo All, and I love how versatile and how it writes on anything. But sometimes I just don't want it to move after a certain point. So that's what I do. Just taking some Mod Podge matte and putting it over there. And you can really be, you know, like thorough and be like, oh, did I get it all? But you'll see. So then that's gone, and that's done. And what about, let's see, did I grab? Finally grabbed light blues. Do I have a dark blue? Yeah, let's see. Oh, how about some periwinkle? This is periwinkle in folk art. I'm going to take that little brush again, clean it off, dry it all the way so it doesn't come back to haunt me later, and slide down my brush. I'm just going to dip the tip in. And I'm going to go over the eyebrows a little bit with that color. Let's do the nose. I want it to be a little darker, you know? Okay. See, just kind of outlining a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit more and I'm going to thinly go like that, just so she has. Now, you know what? I don't like that. So I'm just going to kind of wipe it off with my finger and just add shadow there. I'm not digging that right there. And I'm going to go over it with a little, I'm going to go like this. I can go over that with a little blue paint when I'm done. I just wanted to have a little chin. I'll form that a little better. Now it looks like she has a beard. See? That's why you don't play with things. I'm going to take it off. Just with plain water and my brush. And I'm not going to worry about that right now. The chin. Let's just do that. Okay. I'm going to take some light paint. Go in here and lighten this up just a little bit. This is just the light pink we started with. What is it called? Orchid Blush. Just a little ploop. I want it to be different colors in here, that's why. Yeah. And I think I'm even going to do glitter, like some of the extreme glitter in there. But for now, that needs to dry. And for the blue, I'm going into the periwinkle. And I'm going to just lay some of that down. What about a little bit of red in there? All right. Then I'm going to take the back of my paintbrush and I'm going to put highlights on the eyes, just a little bit. A little bit of highlight. Okay. That's good, that's good. All right, so I'm going to put this paint away. I'm going to grab my Stabilo one more time. And I have a bigger one. I just don't know where it is. Where are you? Oh, who knows? I'm going to go in right here in her dress. I want to make it stand out. And I'm going to go down over all this, the whole outside, inside, whatever, of what we put there. Now we're going to do hair on her. You don't have to do hair. You can keep her just like this, but I will, I'm going to make a shorter video coming up of us finishing her. But for now, because this is kind of long and I'm kind of cranky today. Not cranky to do videos, but just, I hate when so much is going on and it's like, you know, you just want a break. It's kind of what today's like. Like, I've had enough. All right. You can start being a good day any day now. Any second. But I guess I'm lucky because I get to come and do art in my art room, and some people don't have that luxury, and so I get it. I'm really trying not to be, you know, selfish or anything. I'm just in a crappy mood. And that's why I love art. And that's why I thought today would be a perfect day just to play and not have to do too much thinking. It's just to play. So far, that's going to be her. That's how far I've got. And in the next video will be the end. You know, like the end part, what I'm going to do with her hair. Because I'm not really quite sure. And to fix up the background and just to kind of get her, you know, ready. It's a random act of kindness. So I'm not looking to win any awards. Like I said, I'm just having fun and painting and, you know, all that good stuff that I love to do. And we all use art for our benefit in our life, right? So that's what I'm doing tonight. Now, I did a doll a while ago, a odd girl, and I did crocheted braids in her hair and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to see if I still have that video. I'm going to link it down below. Don't forget to look down below in the description to see links to other odd girls if you've not already seen them, that are like start to finish. And I will be back probably not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, finishing her. I got to see what time my appointment is, but and I'll be back and she'll be finished in the next video. And then she will go out to her new home to be loved. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. And if you choose to do an odd girl, please share it with me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Pinterest, on Google. You can email it to me. You can tag me on Facebook. You can message me on Facebook. You can find me everywhere. All my links are down below. Come out and come check me on Instagram and everywhere. And I love to follow back. I love to see what you guys do. And I am so very blessed that you guys take the time out of your day to watch me. And just thank you. Thank you. So, as always, please be kind to each other because you never know the battle somebody else is fighting. And do something nice today for somebody else. Give somebody a nice compliment. Leave a video comment maybe where you weren't going to. Share somebody's art. Smile at somebody. I don't know. Make your spouse's or friend's favorite dessert. You know what I'm saying. I love you guys, and you guys make my heart smile every single day, and I am beyond blessed. Bye, guys.